जय हिंद, जय भारत, वंदे मातरम। साथियों, भारत की धरती पर जब भी साहस की बात होगी तो कर्नल सोफिया कुरैशी का नाम सुनहरी रोशनी की तरह चमकेगा। वो सिर्फ एक नाम भर नहीं है, बल्कि समस्त नारी शक्ति की जीवित मिसाल है। उन्होंने अपने हौसलों से हर चुनौती को मुस्कुराकर गले रख दिया। साथियों, कर्नल सोफिया कुरैशी की आंखों में एक जुनून था और दिल में भारत की मातृभूमि का प्रेम, और कदमों में था वह संकल्प जो इतिहास रचता है। सोफिया ने यह दिखा दिया कि नारी सिर्फ कोमल नहीं है, बल्कि वह आग भी है। वह अबला नहीं है, वह अंधकार को उजाले में बदलने की क्षमता रखती है। साथियों, कर्नल सोफिया कुरैशी वो प्रेरणा है, वो ऊर्जा है हर उस बेटी के लिए, हर उस नारी के लिए, हर उस मातृशक्ति के लिए जो अपने जीवन में बड़ा सपना देखती है। कर्नल सोफिया कुरैशी भारत की मातृशक्ति की, नारी शक्ति की एक सच्ची और जीवित परिभाषा है। तो आइए आज के इस वीडियो में कर्नल सोफिया कुरैशी और उनके परिवार के साथ जो बातें हुई हैं अर्नब गोस्वामी द्वारा, जो अर्नब गोस्वामी ने अपने स्टूडियो में उनका इंटरव्यू लिया है, वो देखने लायक है और सुनने लायक तो है ही कि आखिर कैसे एक नारी, एक माँ, भारत की माँ भारत को कैसे दर्शाती है विश्व पटल पर। तो आइए वीडियो शुरू करते हैं।
In 2006, she served in the UN peacekeeping operation in Congo and has been associated with PKOs for the last 6 years.
And within this 18 years of span of my service in Indian Army, I have been posted in different parts of our country. I was posted in Kashmir Valley. I was also posted in Northeast. I was posted in the Rajasthan border as well. And I got the opportunity to get posted to United Nations as a military observer.
Well, it's a great pleasure and honor to welcome into Republic Studios Lieutenant Colonel Sofiya Quereshi and her son, Sameer. Thank you very much, Sameer, for joining your mother into our studios. We are both delighted to have you here, Gaurav and I. And Colonel Quereshi, you created history when you became the first officer, female officer to lead a training contingent for the Indian Army. This was at a common platform. I think it was the ASEAN training exercise in 2016. What was it like, to break that barrier among so many barriers that are now being broken every day?
See, women have been given a chance in all the fields nowadays. So I was lucky enough that I got a chance to serve in the United Nations in 2006. That's how my background was there. And 2010 onwards, I have been associated with the training part of the United Nations in consonance with the UN Women and the Center for United Nations Peacekeeping in Delhi. So keeping in my training, I have a 40 in UN. So that's why I think that was the reason they've selected me as a UN contingent commander to lead the Indian contingent in the ASEAN exercise. That exercise was all about interoperability and sustain the peace among the ASEAN nations. So we were training them, all kind of how are we going to operate, because every individual has their tactics. Different armies have different tactics altogether. But when we operate in common platform, how are we going to operate it? They have different modus of operandi, we have different modus of operandi. For example, like you have to fire someone. So we fire on the leg, but in the UN you have to fire first on the air. You have to caution them. So different kind of drills are there. So we were setting the drills. So it was a good exposure, and definitely it was a proud moment for me to be selected as a UN contingent commander.
Sameer, I'm also Army kid. I wish I was the same age. Unfortunately, I'm not. But my father was also in the Army, and now both your parents are in the Army. That's fantastic. I'm Major Tajuddin is in the Army. Your mother, Colonel Quereshi, is in the Army. First of all, as an Army kid, how is it to be an Army kid, and how do you feel when you see your parents wear the uniform every morning?
It's great actually. I'm very proud of my mother, and I'm very lucky that I'm the son of Lieutenant Colonel Sofiya Quereshi, and as she is in the army, I also want to become a fighter pilot and defend the nation with honor and pride.
Oh, how nice. Very well spoken you are. Fantastic. Let me tell you, hats off to you.
Thank you.
We'd all love to see you in the uniform. What a sense of service and what joy this is.
Absolutely.
You know, Gaurav, and I also want to ask you this, Colonel Qureshi, that your husband is also in the army, you're in the army. What is this whole environment in which you are in? Do you discuss only military tactics at home, or
We discuss everything.
and what is the, you know, in the broader picture today, in terms of inspiring another generation, as this country moves forward, it moves forward with its army. Does that picture also come to you in your mind about the service that you're both doing and your family is doing for the country?
Yeah, it comes because, you know, we have put in a lot of service, especially me. I put in 18 years of service. So it's a time to pay back. And I've been involved in the outreach campaign, that is student outreach campaign that is being conducted in all the commands. So that time when I go to home and I discuss with my husband and I say, if I get this chance, I want to actually motivate the youth. Because we have seen the army, we are serving there, but there are generations going to come and they're going to build the nation. So who's going to build the nation? Who's going to teach them? We have learned, now it's time to teach them.
Yeah.
So we want to get involved into this.
Yeah.
And that's how I've been involved in the outreach campaigns in the
I think it's so wonderful that that the Indian Army also now is bringing the talent and the service and the ability of women soldiers and women officers so much there in the front. And Gaurav was telling me just before you came in, he said that now the Indian Army also believes that you cannot tell half the population of India that you cannot defend the country.
Yeah, you can't tell 50% of the nation that you have no business defending India.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's no longer true. And I think I have trained Arnab with women officers in OTA.
Yeah.
And we had a batch who trained with us. अर्नब, ये जो कहानियां हैं ना कि औरत नहीं कर, ये सब झूठी कहानियां लोगों ने बना रखी हैं. They were as tough, they were as dedicated, and 2 or 3 of them were tougher and more dedicated also, by the way. So that instinct is there. फौज में जो हमारे उस्ताद जो बोलते थे एकेडमी में, कहते थे ताकत यहाँ पे नहीं, ताकत यहाँ पे होती है. Strength is mental, strength is never physical, especially during training. And they have come up aces, all of them. And it's high time that they were given, and you're mentioning that the Prime Minister has said that permanent commission for women officers.
Yes.
So, you know, Colonel Qureshi is sitting here with us, and I think it's a great moment for you also.
Yeah, it's a great moment, and we are thankful to Prime Minister and our organization that they are giving this opportunity to us.
Absolutely. Well, you know, Colonel Qureshi, the number of achievements which you have, I want to mention them today.
Okay.
So that everybody watching this realizes, you know, the tough work, the achievements that that women officers and women soldiers and their contribution to the forces.
Absolutely.
So you were awarded with the General Officer Commanding in Chief GOC&C Commendation for your work in Operation Parakram on the Punjab borders.
Yes.
You were awarded with the Signal Officer in Chief Commendation for provision of communication during flood relief operations in Northeast. And you were part of the second batch of women officers who were part of the UN mission in Democratic Republic of Congo as a military observer. You know, when you see now new batches and more women and more young women coming into the forces, first of all, do you see more? Do you see genuine enthusiasm and interest building up? Do you see more applications coming in? What do you feel?
I mean, I feel, we were like a pilot, you know.
Yeah.
People were watching us whether we will able to do it or not.
Yeah.
So we were sent like, on an experimental basis. But today you see the kind of training we have. We have 1 year of training.
Yeah.
So according to training and according to their mental and physical stamina, women can do anything and they can be sent anywhere. Example is the naval lady officer today.
How?
Tarini. It speaks about itself.
Incredible.
And there are n number of lady officers who have done wonders, and they have broken all glass ceiling. They're trailblazers, and I think one should not think about a muscle mass. So, like you just mentioned it about it. It's not just about the physical; it's about the mental as well.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sofiya Quereshi, who is the only woman leader among the contingent of 17 participating nations, among her many other achievements at the ASEAN Field Training Exercise, which took place in Pune. She's an amazing officer and a fantastic role model. And now we have the pleasure of introducing her husband, who's with us on the program. The element of surprise was lost because I thought I'll have you walk in and surprise her. But Major Tajuddin is part of the mechanized infantry of the Indian Army. And first question to you is that, please don't call me sir. But
we are very proud of you, sir.
Thank you. We are so proud of you. First simple question is that, the accomplishments of your wife. We spoke about your family and your contribution, but how do you feel when your wife is now a sort of ambassador for people to join the army?
So first of all, I am very proud of my wife because it gives me an immense pleasure or immense power when I come back home from office and seeing her achievements. We have made a fame wall at our house. So every day it gives me a more motivation that I should do well and I should serve my nation with 100% integrity and loyalty.
That's so fantastic. I see Samir there. Yes, say yes. That hall of fame that you see there. What I asked him, I said, how does it feel when you see both your parents wear the uniform?
So
every morning. Must be an incredible moment for the child.
Very inspired, sir. He wants to join Air Force as a pilot.
Oh, he's joining the Air Force?
Yes, so from last 5 years. Wonderful. He has started his preparation and he's very, very inspired.
That's fantastic. My sister is in the Air Force.
Yes.
And I feel really proud about that as well. This tells me that our country is really transforming. Isn't it?
Yes.
True,
Don't
sir.
you think?
It's true.
Yes.
It's true.
That our country is changing so fast. The sense of national service is growing, and people say nationalism is a bad word. Nationalism is in our blood.
Yes.
It's in our blood.
Isn't it? It's truly fantastic. Tell me about some of the anecdotes that you'd like to share with us from the army. Anything, a moment, a particular special day, stories from Congo, stories from the Northeast, stories from taking command, anything you'd like to share.
I always narrate one story. When I
Please.
got commissioned as a lieutenant, I was in Kashmir. I was posted in Nagrota. So, when you join the armed forces, generally people think it's, you have to defend the border. But there are a number of works in the army. That's why your personality get groomed. You grow as a good manager. You have all these skills. So first time when I was tasked to check the patrol, so I was like, okay, because my 10 days of service, I went to the room and I checked the Presi. We have a book where everything is written how to go about patrolling. So I read it and I went to CHM, Company Havaldar Major, and I said, okay, I'm ready for patrolling. So I sat on there's a high-ton vehicle. I sat on a vehicle and we moved out on Charlie Hill, and then we got done and did my patrolling. Whole day I was on patrolling. And I think I was the first lady to move out for the patrolling the Nagrota in CI area. And when I was not there, and everybody got shocked where she has gone, because they have asked me to check the petrol and diesel, which was there in the tank, not that patrolling. And when I came back, I had a lot of, you can understand what I have undergone, because then say, who told you to check this? We told you to check the petrol. But that was a mindset, that kind of training we have been imparted.
Yes.
Defending the border, you have to be in CI area. So then I've learned the lesson. No, there are a number of things in the army. That's why you groomed well.
Yeah, that's
so
fantastic.
one in the lighter side, this incident is there. And one incident of Congo, which is very near and dear to me in my heart. I've done a lot of work in Congo, and there was one girl in Donde Marie orphanage. Her name was Zainabu. And I fought with the United Nations system, and I requested them, if I can help this girl to move from Kinshasa to eastern part of Congo.
She was separated from her family.
Family, yeah.
And
she was staying.
She couldn't able to find her family. But she caught on to her.
Because I used to visit to orphanage, so she requested me. I said, okay, ma'am, I'll try my best. You can't have a false promise to local population. But somehow we could help her, and I took her from one place to another, and I could leave her with her parents. And when I was leaving, she cried, and she used to speak, smattering of French and Swahili, and she started crying. I was like, Tafadule, Nuchukue, Pamoja. Please take me along. She spoke in Swahili, please take me along. And she started saying, I'm going to miss you. So that was a moment, I'm just trying to tell the Indian Army, not only defending the borders, not only protecting or safeguarding the sovereignty or territorial integrity. Indian Army also been employed in the United Nations as a peacekeepers. We're also defending our internal unrest and proxy war, and even involved in the aid to civil, whatever we've been called.
Salute to Lieutenant Colonel Sofiya Quereshi. What an achievement. And we have Major DP Singh saying, watching your whole show, but seriously, the statement of Lieutenant Colonel Quereshi's son made my eyes wet.
Wow.
Thanks.
If we have young blood like him, then we are safe. Thanks to mothers like Colonel Quereshi. God bless. Hashtag hero.
तो साथियों, आपने देखा कि कैसे कर्नल सोफिया कुरैशी और उनका परिवार भारत माता की सेवा करने के लिए आतुर है और कर भी रहा है। साथियों, कर्नल सोफिया कुरैशी भारत की मातृशक्ति की जीती जागती मिसाल है। वो एक नाम नहीं है, एक प्रेरणा है, जिन्होंने अपने साहस, समर्पण और संघर्ष से पूरी नारी जाति को, नारी शक्ति को बता दिया कि भारत की नारी में कितनी ताकत है। क्योंकि जब वो कुछ ठान लेती है तो उसकी मुस्कान के पीछे छुपा एक जुझारू दिल और उसकी आंखों में चमकता एक सपना अपने देश के लिए, अपनी जमीन के लिए कुछ कर दिखाने का, वो फलीभूत होता है। तो साथियों, कर्नल सोफिया ने साबित नहीं किया कि नारी शक्ति से परिवार तक ही सीमित नहीं है, बल्कि वह विश्व को संवार सकती है। वो एक शक्ति है, नारी शक्ति, जो हर चुनौती का सामना कर उसे अवसर में बदलना जानती है। आज भी जब कभी हौसला डगमगाए तो कर्नल सोफिया कुरैशी का नाम हमारे दिलों में रोशनी बनकर हमेशा प्रज्वलित रहना चाहिए। साथियों, वो हमें याद दिला रही हैं कि सच्चा साहस वही है जो नारे में नहीं, जो भाषण में नहीं, केवल कर्मों से बोलता है। जय हिंद, जय भारत, वंदे मातरम।